everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome on in. Oh my god, my voice is so... Hello. You'll have to excuse me. I had pizza for dinner, which is never a good idea for me specifically. But I had pizza for dinner, so if my voice sounds a little strained at first, that's why. In good news, we have a delicious drinky drink with us here today. I've switched over to sort of an autumnal flavor. We had these sort of like guava mint mojito vibes before, but today we actually have something a little bit more autumnal in flavor. We have apple cider with some sparkling water and some honey. It's really good. It's really good. Also kind of unique. I've never had something like this before, which I think makes it really nice. But yeah, today we're going to be playing some Phoenix Wright. I'm shocked that you guys voted for Phoenix Wright, but you know what? I'm not going to complain about it. I think Chrome was supposed to join us here, but I don't know where he is. I don't know when he gets off of work or anything like that. So I assume that he'll just join us whenever he gets the time for it. It's time for Newterton Justice. Is that my full name now? Well, if I'm gonna be Newterton Justice, let me put on a tie. I feel like it only makes sense if I put on a tie for Newterton Justice. There we go. It goes straight through my head. That's awesome. There we go. I feel like that would look better with my other outfit on too, though. So let me... There we go. And you know what? Let's try the new version of my model. I mean, not new, but the newer version of my model. I feel like we might as well, right? If we're gonna be practicing putting on outfits and everything, we might as well, right? Okay, and then I think this was the way to put my tail up. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so let's see here. I should have... tie. There we go. Oh, perfect. It's still pinned to the spot that it was pinned at before. Okay. Just make it the right size. There we go. Business, business, business. Oh gosh, that does not move properly. What is that stuck to? Okay, there we go. I was like, what? What is it moving on? But now it looks good. Or, well, good enough. The fun thing about this model is how much everything moves a lot more than it did before. Like I can move in a little bit and I can move back. It's subtle, it's subtle. I might make it more obvious the more that I work on this model, but yeah, that looks pretty good. But yeah, so ooh. The sparkling water did not get all the way down to the bottom of my drink. Hold on. Stir that up. Jesus. There we go. That's better, that's better. My drink hadn't been stirred yet. It was like half of the drink was stuck at the top and half the drink was stuck at the bottom. Alright. Welcome in, everyone. Alright, let's see where we were in Phoenix Wright. And while I do that, I can tell you guys that I was actually working on some new t-shirt designs today. I still have to finalize a lot of them because I'm not gonna lie, graphic design is not my passion, so sometimes coming up with t-shirt designs and stuff like that can actually be pretty difficult for me. Because I'm just, the spacing and stuff really, like, throws me off, and then everything has to look really clean. Even if it's supposed to look messy, it also, like, has to look clean. Graphic design is not for me. You know what, I'll just say that much. But think they're coming out pretty good. I don't know. We'll have to see whenever I get around to finalizing them. One of them I did get kind of finalized. Oh, okay, the game is up. Hold on. There we go. One of them I did get kind of finalized, but yeah, I don't know. It's got to that state where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm like super into it or not, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. Let me pull up the game now, and we can head on over. Oh god, there's so many Sallys here. Hold on. We forgot to clear out all the old Sallys from last time. There we go. Nice clear screen. And let's continue our game from last time. Everything's good, everything's good. Yes. Okay, awesome. Okay, we were in the middle of the investigation for this. Oh. Right. Right. This guy was here. This guy was here, and we talked to him about the office and Lana Sky. Okay, yeah. Which I'm so sure that she has something to do with this shit. I swear to God. There's no way that she doesn't. Oh my god, hi Koba! Welcome on in! Hi bro! Hi! Dude, I feel like we just played the game and I'm still sitting here like, wait, where were we supposed to go next? Where was I? Okay. Let's just go back to... Let's go here first and see what's there. Okay, nothing here. How about here? Anything? How about this? Can you say anything about this? Okay. No. How about the autopsy report? No. Okay. So we're not gonna get anything out of this, so let's go ahead and back to the law office, I guess? Hi, bro! Oh my god, hey! Let's see what she has to say about some of these things, maybe? I don't know if maybe she has any... Okay. Okay, so she doesn't really have anything to say about any of this junk that I have. You wanna... How about this? How about this one? No? Okay. How about this one? No? Okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Can I look any closer at this? No. Okay. Can I look any closer to this? A 4.5-inch knife, a single stab wound was found. Okay. He was 36. He died between 4 and 5:30 p.m. So even though that they said that he died at 5:15, that's a way wider range of times than we originally had. We had 4 to 5:30. So he could have easily died before that? I don't know. It's kind of weird. The timeline's very strange. It happened very fast, too. Fuck, where am I supposed to go? Huh? I definitely examined everything in here. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. Oh, you motherfucker. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me never to visit Texas. Right. Okay, so not that. Okay, that's just his... That's his shut the fuck up line. I have nothing for you. Bright Red Street, real slow, like, yeah, right. I remember this. Waiting for a prince to ride this bright red horse. The killer intended to use Edward's car all along, so it's all been planned from the beginning, which is very strange. A toy night, maybe. Okay. Interesting. And anything to say about this? No? Okay. How about this one? Okay. So we definitely already asked him all of these things. I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star, a lone star, shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of night. Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight. Hey, that's a sheriff's badge! Girl, why do you have that? You're literally- he's not even a sheriff! He's not even a sheriff, so why? So why? I do not understand this man. He's kind of everything and also nothing to me. Okay. Gah. Bleh. Okay. And we've talked to you about everything. Is there anything else to examine in here? I don't think so. So where the fuck am I supposed to go after this? We've been to all of these places. I guess I'll just do some examining, some examining on a second run here. Cause see, some of these have like a check mark. Silk ruffles, turquoise buttons, and a gold thread collar. Damn! Bougie! I'm guessing it's worth around $5,000. $5,000? Speaking of which, your suit would be about? That's enough of that. I don't need my life appraised. Thank you very much! He said, I know my suit was 20 bucks from the, like, TJ Maxx. Wow, what an amazing bouquet! No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Ah, yes, Wendy. Wendy, old bag. And then the chess. Right, the gay chessboard. Right. Then the case files. Okay. Okay, that means there's nothing going on here. I've left myself in a weird position here where I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Because I've talked to him about everything. I've presented him with everything. What do you think about this? You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Nuff said. I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Wait, speaking of ID cards, I found that detective's card, didn't I? Yeah, but I did show it to him, right? It's only scary because you keep dropping your card. I forget my secret number a lot too, it's scary. I think I'll stay out of the conversation. Interesting. Okay, so he kind of mentions like, oh, there's a lot of things you can do with someone's ID number. I wonder if we can potentially use his ID number somewhere. Much to think about. And I have checked this over, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, and then there's nothing to like further check here. Is the sacrifice me or someone else? Loki, would you like to sacrifice yourself to become the sacrifice? It's like really deep, by the way. That's like, it's like a metaphor for, you know, it's a metaphor for that, yeah. I can't put the ID card in there or anything? 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 Is there something that I'm missing? I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly! They're the reason why we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID... Yabba-dab! See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabba-dab. Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point! Doesn't take much to amuse her. Okay. Little things in cat D&D? Ooh! I forgot you had... Did you have cat D&D today? Oh my god. Have fun killing cats or whatever that you guys do in there. Wait, that sounds really bad. Have fun being warrior cats. Yabba dabba doo. Tonight we learned that possums have 13 nipples arranged in a U shape. With a center nipple? They have a center nipple? Okay, well I guess I have to go search up opossum, fucking possum nipples. Oh yeah, no kidding. Why do they have a center nipple? They just have a center nipple. Why? I guess, ugh. That's so strange. I mean, I guess, you know, like, efficiency or something, you know? Like, trying to make the most of that space. They do have a pouch, so... I guess that's just... convenient? I guess? Much to think about. Hello, W Music. Welcome on in. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do next in this game. I think I've hit kind of a point of no return. I don't know where I'm supposed to go next. I think I've observed everything. Yeah, there's nothing on the back here. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up by a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. Thanks, girl. Much to think about, huh? Alright. Oh! Oh, why did Yowie Sally have to be the first Sally added today? Why did she have to be here? Oh, she's so cursed. Honestly, one of my favorite Sallys, though. Very cursed, but also a fave. Oh, wait. I missed something. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it! 675, 12-2. You're right. Let's see. 67S. Oh, it's an S! I thought it was a number! 67S, 12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so? What does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Okay, we finally have something new. I guess I just missed this little spot here. So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem! I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? Kind of a vibe, actually. Oh, it's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? She was the one who got called. I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Interesting. A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. We were so close to the end of that. That's so funny. Alright. That's okay. That's okay. I got a refresher. That's all. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. My classic. Ooh, hi, Lana. Oh! Oh shit, where's my friend hats? Okay, hold on. I'll put one on manually. That's okay. What friend will join us today? We've got... sorry, I'm trying to find the closest one. Olive! There we go. Hi, I hope you're having a great stream. It's 2 a.m. for me here, but I wanted to pop in and say hi before I went to bed. Well, hello! I hope you get some wonderful sleep. Definitely good to get some rest in, especially if it's 2 a.m. already. But thank you so much for stopping in. Don't forget to get your daily dream before you leave. Howdy, I have arrived. Hello, Pupcake. Welcome on in. Howdy, howdy, howdy. You had a pizza dream? I had pizza for dinner. That's why my voice sounds all weird. Hold on, I need a sweater. I'll be right back. Here too! Hi! Hi, sorry I'm late, I'll be home soon. Oh my god, you're still out. Pookie! I took a long shower. Ooh! You know what? I should be taking a shower. Maybe not right now, obviously, since I'm streaming, but maybe later? Maybe later, a little shower time. You're not late, Chrome, because you're never late. Exactly. As a wise woman once said, the party don't start till I walk in. And by I, she meant Chrome. She meant Chrome_art. It's true. It's true. Alright. Now I'm ready. How'd the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area.
Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate.
I believe in you, sis.
Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. Oh my god, cute! Can I be a woman for 1 second? Yes, you may be a woman for 1 second. But only one. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright.
Yay.
My first trial without a fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Aww. Cute.
Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
Oh. I'm a woman with large boobas. Yes. And now you're not anymore, because your second has passed. 1 second is now up. February 23rd, 10 a.m., District Court Courtroom number 9. Alright, here we go. We're back with Edgeworth too. Oh, thank God. I hated all those other guys. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings would not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else's. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Who let this old man in the courtroom? Who let this old man in here? What do you mean he's the chief prosecutor, Lana Skye? Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow. He's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Phoenix, we knew that she was the first witness. We knew that. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. She brought the lunches into the courtroom? The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. That was definitely, yeah, my favorite. Spanish fiesta bowl. Definitely not plain rice with seasonings on it.
Oh my god, Kenna, thank you! Thank you for the resub.
Look, Kenna, up there. Yowie Sally was the first Sally redeemed today. Caviar is fish eggs. You're correct. You are correct. That is a true statement. I win. You're kind of the winner? Alright. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? Just plain white rice with some seeds on it. It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. The biggest wiener around! My god, are you a goofy goober? Why do I have a dream about nothing? Because that's what you dreamed. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? Smirking shark emoji? What is the smirking shark emoji? Send that one to me on Discord, please. What the fuck are you talking about? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts! Wait, did someone actually not know what caviar is? Oh my god. You didn't know what caviar is? I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name. Profession. Now. He's so done. He's so done.
Me. The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Mrs. Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. Interesting. So she's also a detective. Or was a detective.
What? Mrs. Starr was a detective?
Aha! I know who you are. Cough up.
Cough up Queen Angel Star.
Very well. You may just continue with your description, Mrs. Starr. Just who is this lady?
If I may have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Right. Oh, clown mode? Yeah, I'm on it. Don't worry. There we go. Clown nose. My little red nose. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
Girl! Oh my god!
What happened to the gay mustache? I'm on my other model today, and so I don't have like them set up right now, so I would have to do it manually. So we're just getting the clown nose. It's good enough. It's good enough.
If you can, then give me your worst, Mrs. Starr.
Wait, are they talking about me?
Poor Phoenix.
He's under attack. Witness's account. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work.
This is a really good picture of her, I'm not gonna lie.
Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Hot.
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. Hot. You know what? If she killed him, I'm sure she had good reason for it. I'd let her stab me. I'd let her stab me too.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching.
As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. Very funny, Judge. Very funny. Yep, very funny. Thank you. Very funny. Good joke. Good joke. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Oh my god, okay. We'll find something. I already have questions, to be fair. I misspelled stab and almost put strap. Just a different type of stabbing. Just a different type of stabbing, that's all. Always gotta stay strapped in case of a hot babe doing a stabbing. Precisely. Hold it. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. They're beefing. They're beefing here. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors?
I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. Okay, I have to pause real quick to be right back. I have to send a text message to someone, so my face is going to disappear for a second, but don't worry about it. I'll be right back. Well, I'm still here, but you guys just can't see me. I'm still here. I mean, I'm not really going anywhere or anything like that. Okay. Ugh. I'm gone now. Yeah, I'm below the screen.
I'm back.
Can I lunch on Mrs. Starr's box? Ayo! Damn. All right, she was on the way to deliver the lunchbox to her boyfriend. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? Oh hey, okay, Polycool Queen. The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, this game is loud as fuck today. And I'm pretty sure it's already turned down, like, way far, yeah. Okay, that's the best I can do. The security guard room is in the lot, in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. That's funny as fuck, yeah. Love that she refuses to remember their names. She really domesticates her men. Oh, I 100% believe it. I 100% believe it. She's just a baddie like that. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block.
So she was in P block when she witnessed the crime?
Because she saw it through the fence. She sensed something. You sensed something? So you're saying that you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like... How would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. A young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. Then I must be hard-yellowed and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match.
In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. That's weird. It's a very weird thing for her to say. By garage car, you mean... Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Judge, do you not, read paperwork before this starts? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. Everyone being like, huh? What an odd case this is. Oh my god, hi Kenna, welcome back. Okay, here's my joke again. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Guys, hold on. Kenna's making a joke.
Oh, I'm hard, all right.
That was a good one, actually. That was good. That was actually really good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. I have a very cute lizard with me. Wait, which lizard? Are they trying to frame the emotionally repressed twink again? Yes, spare parts! Did you know? Okay, if you weren't here last time, the murder took place in Edgeworth's car with his knife. And now he's the prosecutor for this trial. He's still the prosecutor for it, which is crazy. Oh my god, she's being a good girl so far. Does that mean it's Circe? Hi, Circe. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. Circe isn't out. Ah, poo. Who is it then? Harley. Oh, I don't think I've seen Harley before.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism.
I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. Oh. Okay, she looks so hot here. Can we all agree that she looks so hot here? How, ma'am. I like it when you're covered in blood. Sorry. She was the one that bit grandma recently. Oh my god, dude, yeehaw, I accidentally read that backwards. I read it as the one that grandma bit recently, and I was gonna be like, I'm sorry. Grandma? Grandma, why did you bite your lizard? Huh? Murder might be hot guys. Like, fuck, she's definitely killing it. That's for sure. I'll let her go. Yeah, no, she's good. She actually looks really good. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crimes, my reflexes took over and snap! I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
That's creepy. Ma'am, that is so creepy. What?
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again.
Oh.
My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Okay, but there's no dead body in this picture. I have to notice. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. So what was the defendant doing at the time? Interesting. Okay. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
That's not in the picture, though. Hey, man, the picture you just showed me, there's no knife in her hand.
Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well-versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor?
So the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Girl, you took a picture! You took a picture of the scene, and you didn't say, girl, what the fuck are you doing over there? Hello? Too late.
Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
Another friend hat? Alright. Let's see who I add this time. We've got a little sleepy owl!
Breaking news. As confirmed by MS Star, all prosecutors are horn dogs who know their way around male organs.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Hold on, gotta make this attached to not a weird spot in my head. There we go. We got a little birdie in our hair.
Hello, birdie bird.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Mrs. Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that!
Didn't realize she was holding up a fucking knife. What do you think she was doing? Making a salad? Like, literally, like, she's the one who was like, oh, I have, like, this sixth sense from being a detective. I can kind of tell when something fishy's going on. But also, you didn't stop it? Because you didn't have time? Right. I'm gonna go ahead and save us right here, just in case we do the wrong thing, because we do have a tendency to do that, but I will present the picture she just gave us, because, what knife? What knife? And you witnessed this? You saw Mrs. Skye stab the victim with the knife? As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Skye not holding a knife?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection.
He said
Just like, objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. See? She's, like, the blood is already there. Isn't that suspicious? Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? No, babe, this picture's in black and white. It's a black and white photograph, see? Oh my god. Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you.
Mr. Wright, are you just gonna stand there and take that kind of abuse?
You got better idea? I'm gonna continue to object, because why not? Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
Good advice. Not sure I understood it, but good advice.
How does she have so many lunch boxes? Like, why did she take so many lunch boxes to the court? I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Objection! Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. My god. We got a free Edgeworth close-up? It's not good advice, it's just talking about lunch. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Okay, so this is all the same. Hold on. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Huh. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated.
It's only a flesh wound, we can make it!
Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Let's see what we've got here. So we have to prove that this was not a premeditated crime. We have that picture, we have the floor plans, we have this. Did we ever check this? No, okay, so there's nothing else about that. Okay. Don't know what the Blue Badger panel has to do with everything. Fuck, what do we do? Shit. Okay, hold on. Let's go ahead and save again. Do another save-a-rooney. Knew the day like this would come. Lunchbox to my boyfriend. Chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. Murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna start showing shit just to see. Yeah, it's not this. Okay, let's just don't ask me why I showed that one. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to. Let me just skip through this real quick. La 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 la. All of the slap sound effects are really funny. Okay, okay. 675 12 2. 12 2 67S. If you turn this around, it would be... No, that's not anything. Because like 12/2 is the inverse of 21/2. It's like the inverse of the date, you know? But I don't know if that has to do with anything. But I still don't know what 67S means. Interesting. Emma keeps saying the same thing. It's because we're just looping at this point. Okay. Let's go ahead and just present some stuff. Let's try presenting... Oh! Okay, thank God. I was like, I don't want to present that! Hey, Alex Plyer! Welcome on in! Is it this one? No. Hi, Alex Plyer. We've reached that phase in the investigation, or in the trial, where I'm just throwing random shit at a wall and seeing what works. The knife! Oh, it was the knife, okay. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon? Red car? All belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? Whose child is here? Why is there a baby? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. Those gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Whoa! Whoa! She's cracking! She's cracking! Order! 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 Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Oh, tisk tisk tisk. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Edgeworth! Edgeworth! He's trying. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove, nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. You know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned! If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Edgeworth, it's your knife, though? Yeah, still. Angel's deduction. Okay. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Oh, she said it! She said again and again. Wrong. Wrong, he was only stabbed once. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? No, they were all calling the... They were all there that day anyways, because it was... Sorry.
So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Just let Edgeworth be the bottom. He wants to be outside being a lawyer. Okay, anyways, we'll just press her on all these things anyway, even though we can prove that he was only stopped once. You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again. Rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. Yep, I kill my delivery driver every time I order food. That's why we have so many delivery drivers in hell. Fuck! Alright, so that's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. She could put a bun in my oven! Holy shit! I bet she would, too. You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There is no record of call made on the defendant Miss Lana Skye's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on. You could have tried public phone first, at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. Yup. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? Alright, and then I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. You're sure? Like, girl, stop making shit up. What kind of grudge? Whoops. Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See? We agree there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. Huh?
Yeah? It's not my fault I like women who can be mean to me.
A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels, don't you agree?
I get it! That's why my lunch was so salty.
This judge isn't very good with metaphors.
Oh my god, she just keeps making shit up.
The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this?
It's simple. Nothing else can drive that human machine to plunge the knife again and again. A human machine? That's a contradiction.
Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright?
Note to self. Mr. Edgeworth's eyes smell like citrus for
Emma! You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say, chop up into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people!
Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know.
Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her.
Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Okay, so we actually have evidence that that is not true. One knife wound only. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. Aw, she even made a lunch for Chris from Deltarune. Hi. Hello, Sunny. Thank you so much for the resub. Oh my gosh. You haven't missed much. We are currently investigating Miss Starr. She's telling us, she's like, oh my god, I saw the murder. She stabbed him like multiple times, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, no, she didn't, bitch. And so we're at that point now.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one noticed?
Well, witness?
You got the crime scene set, right? Angel! Oh, thanks. How many unique lunchboxes did they make for her fucking... It's so funny! They keep making new lunchbox assets for her. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. I swear to God, her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Her red muffler? In what world is she ever wearing a muffler? Like, she's not even trying anymore. Let's go ahead and save our game here. She's not even trying anymore! Oh my god, girl, you took the picture! Miss Starr, I demand an explanation.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
What?
But if it wasn't blood, then she couldn't have a grudge. Literally! Like, the what? What is it? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler or any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be!
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Edgeworth, whose side are you on? Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really.
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
Most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Alright, here we go. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. And that's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel's Star, resistance is futile. Huh? You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks!
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
Huh?
He's actually weak to poison type damage.
Cobras are snakes! Bite me instead. Spare parts down! Psst, 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 psst. I'm spraying you with water, by the way. Psst, 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 psst. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. I'm sorry. Is this why there's space for your other boyfriend? Because she's in jail right now? Gay? Toxic Yuri? I'm throwing a bomb at spare parts. Gay? Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Much to think about. Okay. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. A leopard woman? Ma'am, you like cougars? Like a cougar? So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Okay, I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details. Yeah, because, isn't there a chain link fence between you guys? Googer. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make that would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. There's a gate. Is that correct, Miss Star? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you? I went over it, of course. Amazing! The cough of Queen Lunch Lady Athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. Oh, okay, so you know what? I thought it was to the ceiling before. But yeah, there is actually a top part here. So how did Miss Sky not get away? She mentioned the muffler. Did she? Did she really? She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I wouldn't have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word? So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? Lunch Lady actually jumped on the truck and parkoured onto Lana Sky! My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Mrs. Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order. And so she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? Literally, You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. But Emma didn't hear that, did she? I saw it all, how she tried to use the phone on the wall, but how to use her cell instead. I mean, I think this is just what we heard about, but I'll just ask about it anyways. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing! Okay. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence.
Oh shit! Batty on batty action. Yeah!
Sorry, this picture is really good. This is a really, really good picture. I'm really loving all of the crime scene photos, quote unquote, from this one. Yeah. Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this?
What is it, Mr. Wright?
The chief prosecutor made it to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pate of foie gras. Huh? She even kicked up an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The other? Ah! The parking lot entrance.
That's right! It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent! More mysteries!
I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So Miss Sky tried to run.
I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
She didn't do it! You have to believe me.
She's so cute, isn't she? I love Emma. She's such a sweetie. Okay. I think we need to present something again. Let's do the phone call, I think. I think we're gonna need to mention the phone call because supposedly the phone call was to Emma. Let's see here. Okay, so it'd be on this one. And then we'll present the phone. No? What? Really? Okay, let's try again. Maybe if I do it here? No. Okay, that's fine. I love her new outfit. Oh, this is actually a new character. She's new for this like little in-between section of the game. Our previous girly pop is currently out of town doing her like psychic studies or whatever the fuck you would call it. Okay, so it wasn't that. Emma's new? Yeah. And her sister is the one who did the crime, supposedly. So this right here, this is Lana, this is Emma's sister. Okay. Tempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly copped her and left her on the spot. As she mentioned the muffler, I saw it all how she tried to phone them while they had to use herself instead. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Age will start resistance is futile. Okay. She's adorable and I'm happy to see her. She's very cute and she has a lot in common with Maya, which I think is really, really cute. Like they both wanted to steal shit. And I'm like, why do we keep hanging out with teenagers that like to steal? How about this? No. Okay. Grr. Grr. To reform them, also pickpockets are useful as seen in the last game. Exactly. Okay. Explained her rights to her and arrested her on the spot. She mentioned the muffler. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What should we do here? What evidence should we be presenting? Did she actually have the power to arrest her? I guess it's like a citizen's arrest kind of thing, and she did used to be a detective. So she like is using her prior detective skills or whatever. Plus she had just witnessed a murder, so it's like a citizen's arrest sort of judge deal. Okay. Because if she's just the lunch lady, then I don't think she's legally able to do that. The TDLR is as follows. 2 sisters, one's a lawyer, other's a nerd, one gets arrested for murder. The lawyer gets arrested for murder. Mr. Wright is on the case. Edgeworth is there also. The victim was found in the trunk of Edgeworth's car. Poor bastard. Yeah. The murder happened in Edgeworth's car with Edgeworth's knife. And it's Edgeworth's boss, by the way. Just to add to it. God. Pookie, what do you think I should do here? What do you guys think that I should present here? She tried to have phone on the wall, but used her cell. What's my evidence? Okay, I have the ID card of the
the victim's ID card. I have the trophy given to Edgeworth on the day of the murder. I have the murder weapon. I have the parking stub of when Edgeworth went into the parking lot. We have this work of art. I don't know what this has to do with the case yet, but I'm sure we'll get there. We have the autopsy report. We have a note from the victim that was found in the car trunk. We don't know what it means. We have the cell phone. The last call that was made at 5:18 to Emma, and apparently the word muffler was heard, but Emma has not confirmed that. We have the parking lot floor plans, and we have this picture of Lana at the crime scene. Supposedly after the murder, because there's quote-unquote blood on her, but it's in black and white, so we don't actually know. The floor plans again. Here you go. Here's the floor plan. Oops. There you go. Maybe do the picture. I feel like the picture wouldn't have anything to do with it because this picture was taken like before she ran away. You should present them again, the floor plans. Okay, we'll try that. But to what? I guess we'll try this. Wouldn't have a fence in between. Not necessarily. She could have stuck it through the fence gate. Oops. Okay. I guess I'll just keep presenting stuff and see if any of it hits. Also, if she took the picture right after and then she didn't quickly and right away arrest her like she said. Hello, welcome on in, Francesca von Karma. What are you doing here? Wait a minute. What are you doing here? Is she on the phone in the picture? No, 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 no. Sunny, this was taken before all of that. The picture was taken before she ran away and then got on her phone. So she runs away, she hides behind a partition. She goes behind the partition, tries to use the phone on the wall, but has to use her cell phone instead. And that's when she gets caught by her. Ignore my previous assessments. Can you press any other parts of her testimony because I'm stumped? I've already gone through all of them, but I can do it again, I guess. The partition is this partition here. About 6 feet high. She was hiding herself. And then... Ever thought of your salamander do the toothless dance? I did think about it, but like a lot of the people who were doing commissions for that kind of thing, it was out of my budget at the time, unfortunately. It would be so funny though. I might end up tracing like a base at some point, but... Dude, I feel you there. That would be so funny. You say quickly, but were you close to the suspect? I was only 30 feet away. And then if you press her here, she says... The lunch line car was over here. She was a visitor in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? And she mentioned the muffler. If I press on her. Anyway, she mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? She doesn't remember, but all she heard was the word muffler on her phone. She tried to use the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. Here's her testimony entirely. Chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. She picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. She pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence and got this batty yaddy 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 photo. How could she see her use the phone on the wall if there was a partition there? That's what I'm saying! But I can't say anything about that because I don't have that evidence. Maybe go with the present at random plan. See, now you're right. Now you know why I was presenting at random. The chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? Chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. Present floor plans with that quote? Okay. She made to escape. She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see. She even kicked over an oil drum. Yep, but it's strange. If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? So she didn't run towards the parking lot entrance, she ran towards the oil barrels. Okay. I wish Backstage was here. I wish Backstage was here. Okay, so you wanted to do this quote with the parking lot floor plans. Aha, you were right! Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. The witness is a formal detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought that you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. So in other words, you are biased! Well, Miss Starr? This is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, of course, she's framing the chief prosecutor while also ruining Edgeworth's reputation. Exactly! Like, she's so biased from the beginning, I think it was her. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Order, order, what is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. Which means it's time for us to save! We're just gonna save the game real quick. The witness lied about where she saw it. Miss Skye tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see! Let's say the witness did actually see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Ha! Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard up until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Starr witnessed this crime was here. Okay. I think it was the security room, because they keep mentioning the security room here, and I can't save. But I think it's the security room. She's guilty. Also, she could have had her boyfriend take a picture of impersonating Sky. True. They do look very similar. Her boyfriend was there. Yeah. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room. But then, like, if she was impersonating Lana Sky, why did Lana Sky say, yes, I did it? You know what I mean? Like, why would she go, oh, I did it? I'm guilty. I don't know. Anyways, hey, we just got home from work. Cream! Hi! Welcome home. Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. Oh my god. Blackmail? Maybe. We are also only on the first day of this trial, so I know for a fact they're gonna send us out into the fucking field again. God damn. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? If she's being set up and can't defend herself, and the in-game justice system is fucked, so maybe she thought she was fucked. It's true. I mean, that's basically what happened to Edgeworth, too, where Edgeworth was like, well, man, there's nothing left for me, you know? He gave up. But they do love making us forage for clues. Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star. Witness? What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Girl, you're literally— oh my god, she hates prosecutors, by the way, for the exact thing that she's literally doing right now. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. See, there's the gates hashing, by the way. That truth still stands. Objection! It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So, tell her what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. But what? What would change? Angle of view to the crime, distance to the crime, difference in lighting. I don't think that matters so much, but I guess the angle of view to the crime would be there. Let's go ahead and save. It's either that or the distance from the crime, because that also might change it. But yeah, angle of view to the crime. Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Why? Damn it! No, I would not like to reconsider. I'd like to turn back time and do it again! Distance to the crime. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, witness? You... Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene, but the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes?! She's like, girl, I took my time. This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention. God. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely! Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something!
Interesting. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Raise an objection, sit back and observe. Well, I mean, like, I always have to object, right, guys? I fucking love objecting. I love being like,
Your Honor, but nuh-uh. Your Honor... Your Honor, nuh-uh.
5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that type pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone! But you have the instincts of a killer. But Judge, you have the instincts of a killer! You would run, but this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
Yeah!
Your Honor, I would like the boysenberry instead. Well then, seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
You did it! We screwed that kid shut, Mr. Wright!
That was too close. I have the instincts of a killer, Bella. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. God. Hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Star. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker! You motherfucker. Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. I swear to fucking God. Oh my God. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What she's gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time. Judge, how many lunches are you gonna take? Judge, what the fuck? Judge, did you just take a fucking bribe? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on that shoe. Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Why did you not mention that? What the fuck? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. Girl! In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, he's so pissed.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
Maybe. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Okay. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. I mean, if it has her blood on it, too, wouldn't that mean that she could have done it out of self-defense? Like, is it illegal to kill someone in self-defense if you believe that your life is in danger in this universe? I don't know. She's rage-baiting him. Like, literally. Decisive evidence. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One, of course, was the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. Okay. Okay. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Yes, it is, as seen in the Maya vs. Innie Mini. I don't know what you're talking about. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. Okay, I'm gonna decompress from work. Okay, Cream, I'll see you later. Bye! Love you. This when the suspect is admitting she did it? But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Star. Let's just get this over with. And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. Damn! Oh, that's the second game? Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunch boxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. Okay. So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. But yes, killing in self-defense is still murder and will still send you to jail. Okay, alright. She's seriously doing illegal stuff right now. Like, it's crazy. You can't say for sure that the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, Rookie? Huh. Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether the murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear.
That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said that there's very little doubt it could be anyone else's but Lana Sky's. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was gonna say that. Yeah, like, why is her blood there? It's technically not illegal. Just immoral. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup.
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? There is a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, Rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? LOL, she's crazy. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Okay. Oh, are they not gonna, like, tell me? Oh god, okay. What is contradictory about the shoe? It's a shoe, alright. It sure is a shoe. I can't do anything. I can only click on the shoe. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? Oh, this is the victim's shoe! I don't know why my brain wasn't, like, calculating that. But this is the victim's shoe. And if he had blood on the bottom of his shoe, then that means he was standing in his own blood? How was he standing in his own blood? I think this, right? I'm guessing your shoe has blood on it too. You just shot yourself in the foot. Man, tough crowd. Okay. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Okay. We have to try that again. Okay. Let's go ahead and overwrite this. Why was he standing his own blood? Stab wounds don't tend to bleed onto the bottom of people's shoes. Exactly! Like, that's what I thought, right? Okay. Let's go ahead and try that again. Okay. Let's try again, and let's go ahead and basically try this whole thing over. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save over this right here. This might be a bad idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay, so let's try presenting the knife. And if not, then the photo of him in the trunk. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay, there we go. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order. Well, witness?
What, huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask, why wasn't there a footprint?
Oh. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman.
Rare.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that... I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you are not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness! Well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum, kicked over by the chief prosecutor, was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Or do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason. Oh, to hide the footprints. Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the blood stains that would become evidence against her. That ties things up nicely. The blood stains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. What? Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Was there blood on the barrel? Like, that's a good question, right? But no, of course not. We're gonna not ask that at all. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side! She could have been lying about the water! This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Hold it! Again? Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me?
Hi.
Oh my god, you're finally here!
I'm sorry it took me so long. I was running late at work and then I had to get home and eat dinner.
Hello! Oh my
Hi.
god. Hello.
Hand me the little lawyers, babe. Hand them over. Hand them over. Come on.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, you're here for the end of this courtroom. We're gonna go until the end of this day in court, okay?
Okay. Okay, fun.
Yeah, because I figure we're probably pretty close to this court date. And I know that they're probably gonna try and give me another court day, so
Oh
you
yeah.
know.
Oh yeah. They're gonna try to rope you into a whole bunch of other shit too,
Mm-hmm. It's just how this game goes. Alright. Anyways, we're back to this. Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Oh dear
Oh,
god.
she's gagged.
Oh no.
She's gagged.
Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints.
Well. I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me of something else.
I love that he's like, no way.
No way. You get to be Edgeworth.
Oh, I do? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you'll be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen.
God,
Look at this. Like, they... Are they ever gonna explain why her name is the cough-up queen? Huh?
I don't think they will.
I don't think we want to know, quite frankly. Look at this. Why were you hiding this?
How did she even get that?
Why did you why did you not show us this? A photograph?
I'm shocked.
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. Hmm. I see. No room for the error in this evidence. Why is there something in the tailpipe? I think it's the note that we found. I think that's the little note thing that we found.
Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet. Ooh, erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. Dun dun dun. I'm sorry, Mia.
What is this quote? What is this quote? What is this quote? Literally speechless.
Right. Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
That is fucking hilarious.
Get yourself above the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up.
Mia,
Not
flashbang!
until the bitter end.
Mia, flashbang! They can't have Mia just possess Maya in this situation because Maya's not there.
Because Maya's not here. So they are we is Phoenix also a little psychic about it? Okay, Slay. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well, this time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. No. Nuh-uh, Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So, Wright. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yeah. I'll think later.
I'll think later.
Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I gotta go ahead with this. Do you want to be the judge too?
I was gonna be, but it's been cracking me up. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court there's something wrong in this photograph.
Fuck.
Okay. Why is this photograph fucked? There's something up with this photograph that we have to make sure that we point out.
This?
I think it's that.
Why he got a hanky in the tailpipe?
Maybe.
Maybe?
I can spot nothing else wrong.
Yeah. The problem in this photograph is here.
What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler! Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth! Your Honor? You just said muffler!
Muffler.
Uh-huh. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. What? A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. Oh, I see! And I see!
Oh boy. Oh boy.
What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case?
Literally
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
like literally so many things.
Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. The phone, the phone, the phone.
The phone! The phone! The phone!
Yes, yes.
Miss
Oh,
Star.
yes, yes.
Recall your testimony for the court.
Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
Muffler! Ugh, yarg! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh, warg!
Yeah, I don't understand how some of these they expect to be read off or understood.
Warg!
Well, anyway. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Hi. Sus.
I see you back.
Suspend? Sus.
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law.
Fuck yeah.
Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth!
Sus.
The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Yup, exactly. Agreed? I suppose so.
Phew. That was close. But we made it. At least for now.
Ooh, oh my god.
Jesus
We did it!
Christ.
We did it! We did it! I knew the floor plans would make sense. Oh my god. Well, Newt just blew up, but I knew the floor plans would make sense. That shit had to be relevant in some way, because there's no way she parkoured over that truck, you guys. There's no way she did that.
Yeah, plus they made such a big deal about the security office that
Yeah.
I was like, well, she has to be from up there, right? I just had to find the
Yeah.
right spot to make that claim.
Yeah. No, you were right on the money with having to present the evidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's so funny.
Hilarious.
Are you really gonna read it?
Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. It's because you keep getting blown up and I keep getting distracted. This court will now adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
Oh my god. He's
and I have
still
like 5 of
hungry?
these bitches.
He's still hungry?
Oh my god, the implication that he was eating all of those during the trial is cracking me the fuck up.
He ate at least one during the trial. Yay, we got to the end
Oh
of
my
this
gosh.
case for today.
Yay! Sorry that I got here so late.
Well, we'll have to come back to this another day.
We're not gonna read this part right here?
Nope. Because
Okay,
this
cool.
is
That's
this is the time for the break.
Right,
So
right.
I don't want to get into the next thing.
Yippee! Where should we go?
A great question.
Liberty?
Have we gone to Shin the Spider recently?
Shin's playing Dead by Daylight. I don't know if we should go to a spooky game.
That's fair.
Let's go to Liberty.
Yay! We haven't rated Lib in a while, I feel like.
Yeah. Maybe I'll send you guys to the spooky streamers in spooky month. But
I'll
In like a
save
week
you
and a
for
half.
now. Yeah, you guys have a week and a half to live.
Yeah. What?
Until I get you! Oh, what are you doing up there?
Uh,
You're so high up right
I
now.
like to float and
Oh,
chill and
awesome.
levitate also.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna go watch Lib. Lib seems to be making like one of those loom bracelets, so that's pretty exciting.
Oh yay!
I'm gonna go take a Tums because my tummy hurts. And I'll be back on what day is it today? Is it Tuesday? I'll be
It's
back on
Tuesday, so be back on Thursday.
Thursday. Oh, wait, no, I
Yay!
actually won't be here Thursday this week, you guys, because Thursday is Dreamy Mom's birthday.
Oh my god, yay!
Yeah,
Clap,
so
clap, clap,
I
clap, 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 clap,
actually
clap.
won't be here because I'm gonna be celebrating Dreamy Mom's birthday on Thursday, but I will
Can
be
you make sure to
back
tell her that I
on
say happy birthday?
Saturday. Of course. No, you have to tell her yourself.
Yeah, yeah, right. I forgot. I forgot.
Yay! So yeah, I'll be back on
Yay!
Saturday instead.
Yippee!
But yeah, I'll see you all then. For now, sweet dreams. Good night. And we will see you in your nightmares.
It's so true. Wait, me
Bye.
too?
You too. Bye.